Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the same chapter, latitudes and longitudes. Actually, this chapter we are going to discuss again because of some difficulties of the same chapter. You can say this is a recapitulation of the chapter or the recap of the chapter. So that's why I started to again this chapter. First thing is the latitudes and longitudes. So what is latitudes? We already discussed. So latitudes is, you can say, what? Latitudes are the imaginary line which are drawn from east to west. So these are considered as the are on the basis of the parallel of equator. Okay. So this is called the latitudes. So latitudes is one of the, you can say what? Latitudes is the parallel to the equator. Okay, and this latitudes always divide our arts. You can perhaps we already discussed in the previous class. There's the latitudes, main latitudes are that is the equator, that is the 0 degree, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, Arctic Circle, and Antarctic Circle. So these are the and North Pole and South Pole. So these are the main, you can say, the latitudes. And there is a vast relation between the temperature and the latitudes. Means 0 degree equator, the temperature will be the highest in that area. Why this is highest will be because of the, you can say that this area of throughout the year, this area equatorial area get the direct sunlight from the sun. Okay, so these are the main thing. Second thing you can understand, that is the longitude. So longitudes, you can see that is also imaginary line which are drawn from the north pole to south pole. Okay, north pole to south pole. Okay, so there are, you can say the 0 degree, there are also, that is known as the prime meridian, which is passes through north to south pole from the Greenwich, London. Okay, so 0 degree. So 0 degree east to west line, that is considered as that is called as the what? That is called the equator. That is the great circle. And 0 degree north to south, that is called the prime meridian. That is also from east to west. Okay, north to south. So these are the line. So there is a we want to discuss this chapter again because there is a relation between the longitudes and time. That's why I started this chapter again. There will be the revision. Okay, so that thing you have to. So in the tropical graph you can see the, if the position you can see over here that the position of the this point is the point A. Okay, this point, and this point. So every point have some position. How you can get this position? One is this line. This is, if you consider this is the longitudes, and another is the latitudes. Okay, this line. So when these two lines is crossing, so this point will be the exact location of that point. If you consider this point, okay, this point here you can say that is a 1 and 2. This is the 1 and 2. 1, if you consider this is the one of the longitudes, so 1 degree longitudes, and 2 is the latitude, so 2 degree latitudes. Okay, so this way we can describe the points where can be connected, and the latitudes or longitudes, how they make the coordinates or the a point where the exact location can be seen. Okay, then each point is the two values. So this, if you see this point, so there you can understand this each point have two value, one for this value and one for this value. So if you take example this point, so that time you can see that is this point value is equals to 1 comma 2 or 2 comma 1. So this point is 2 comma 5, this point is 3 comma 8. So in this way every point have some two values. So every single place on the earth surface where the latitudes and longitudes crosses each other, so we can get the one singular points, and the points will be the two values. Okay, two values. One values, you can take example 2.1 for these points. In the same case, we can get whenever one place, one city, so there exact to locate that exact location, we have to see the latitudes as well as the longitudes. Okay, this thing we already discussed, points of the x. So x axis is here. Okay, then y value we can get, this is the y value in the mathematics. We already finished the x and y value. So if you can discuss, so that time we can easily get. Okay, x axis and y axis. So this is the, you can see the y axis, this vertical line vertically 0 1 2 3, this is the y axis, and this is the x axis. Okay, x axis. So x axis you can say the, so point of this, so the 2.1. Okay, okay, so this, in this way we can search any place of the heart. Okay, so the point of this means that this area you can perhaps you can see that is the 4. So 4 in this way, 4 in the, you can say that it is in the which axis, from the this axis in the y axis, x axis, and y is the 7 axis. Okay, 4.7. So in this way we can get the all these thing on the earth surface. So each point expressed by the value x and you can say the y. So the value with the written the first, x value written first, and the x value 4 is the first value, and the and the 7 is the second value, the y axis. For example, you can say this example, this one, the 7. So these are the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So x value is the 7, y value is the, you can say the 5. So there is a 5. So in this way, every value you can get the topical, a typical, you can say the graph. So here is an plus plus. So in this way, we can get it the value. So in if you consider our earth surface, so that time it is considered as the what? It is considered as 0 degree. Okay, it is a 0 degree. 0 degree equator, that is known as the what? The equator. And this is the prime meridian. Okay, prime meridian. This is 0 degree prime meridian. This is the on the map of the horizontal line. This is the horizontal line 0 degree. And after 1 degree, you can find 90 lines, 90 latitudes in the northern hemisphere, 90 latitudes in the southern hemisphere. Again, if you come to the vertical line, so these are the vertical lines. This is from the 0 degree prime meridian. Okay, there you can see the vertical line. Longitudes are all vertical on the basis of the equator, or on the basis of the which line? On the basis of the latitudes. So there you can, in the eastern hemisphere you will get the 180 line, and southern hemisphere, eastern hemisphere you will get the 80 lines, and the eastern hemisphere you will get the 180 lines, and the western hemisphere you will get the 80 lines. Okay, perhaps you know this prime meridian divide our earth into equal two parts, eastern hemisphere and western hemisphere. So this is the equator, this is the prime meridian. One by one we are going to show you. So north latitude, so north hemisphere, so this latitude is the north latitudes. So north of the equator, north latitude. So these are the all north latitudes. South of the equator, that is the south latitudes. Perhaps you show the south, this is the equator. Okay, so this you have to memorize one by one. And the prime meridian, this is the prime meridian, west side of the prime meridian, this is the west latitude. So 1 degree west, 2 degree west, 3 degree west, 4 degree west. And here you can say the east latitude, from the eastern side of the prime meridian, that is the east latitude. Okay, so in this way we can divide our earth surface. So far we discussed the points which are very relevant to know the relation between the time and longitudes, that is the from the equator, from the, you can say the above the equator, that is the western northern latitudes, south of the equator south latitude, east of the prime meridian, this is the east longitudes, and west of the longitude prime meridian, that is the west longitudes. Okay, so these are the portions. So this portion, perhaps you can see, this portion is the northeast on the basis of the earth. Okay, north and east all latitudes are located here. This is the southeast, south or east latitudes. This is the southwest latitudes, and this is the northwest latitude. Okay, so far we have to discuss one by one. So there is a vast relation. There is a vast relation between the longitudes and time. Okay, longitudes and time, there is a relation. Okay, so what is latitudes? We have to discuss latitudes. We already discussed latitudes are the distance from the equator along the y-axis, and it is expressed in degree. Okay, north pole, so this is the north pole, here is a north pole. Okay, then the south pole, here you can see the south pole also. Okay, 0 degree, 0 degree, this is the equator. And what is the maximum possible of the latitudes on the earth? So now we can do the 90 degree north, 90 degree south, that is the total 180, including 180 including equator, there are 181 latitudes on the earth surface. What is longitude? So far we have to discuss. Longitude is the distance from the prime meridian of the y-axis. Okay, that can be just like a longitude is measured in degree. Prime meridian, this is a 0 degree, this is 0 degree, 180 is degree. Somehow you can see on the screen. Okay, so total how many? The flat surface, if you can the same, that is the 180, total 360 degree longitudes. Okay, you can find on the earth surface. Okay, so far you can discuss this thing. A place A, place B, okay, place C and place D. Okay, so we can identify the place on the basis of the latitudes and longitudes. So place A, you can see this is the 30 degree. This is 30 degree west, because this is the west of the longitudes. Okay, 30° west, and if you consider this place is what is the longitude, so that is the 60°. This is the 60°. So place will be the a location will be, you can see the 30° west and 30 to 60° north it is. Okay, in the similar in the B place you can say the 105 degree 105° west, this is the west side, western side, and 10° south, because this is the location 10° south. Okay, then the same point if you can the 75°, this is the south, because this is on the basis of the equator, this is the southern hemisphere, and east on the basis of the east, this is located in the eastern side of the prime meridian, so the 75° east. Okay, so in this way we can get, this place of this earth, this is the D point. So these are easily you can identify, because you can get the coordinates of the point. Okay, this is the one cross section point you will get. So what will be the place of this? So for this recognize, or for this search this place, the you can say the this the Itacha. Okay, Itacha one of the place, so that is the latitude is more than 42° north, and the 42° north it is located, and the less than 33° north. Okay, so these are the and the longitude is the 70°, 70, you can see the 7 more than 70, 76, it is the more than 76° north, and you can see the west and the 77° west. Okay, so in between it will be located, so this place is located maximum and minimum, so the each of the kilometer you can say the each of the distance between the two longitudes, you can say latitudes at the 1 kilometer, 1 kilometer. So 1 kilometer means the at a square kilometer, 1 kilometer. So this area you can get at a kilometer. So these are the 1° 1 Itacha located. So now come to the 1° 1, so 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks you can say the 40° to 40°. So these are the 42° to 43° using a ruler. So we can divide this area, and 42° 30 minute north, 30 minute north to the, and 2 marks, marks 2, that is the 76 to 70, 76 west to 77 west. So ruler connected this area, so you can connect this area, this line and this line. So this is also half, so the 76. So exact position of the location is, you can say the these are the exact position. Okay, the crossing point. Okay, so this you have to understand slowly. Okay, so this one by one we have to this place also. This place means this 36°. Okay, this place. Okay, this place. Okay, so it's flat box one of the area, so that is also located in the North America. Okay, Lake Ontario. So this place we can also get. So these are the place between the, you can say the what, the place between the you can see the 73 to 74, and you can say the 45 to 44. So the more of the half is there, so the degree will be 44 30 minute north to 76 74 degree 30 minute east. So this will be the our total exact location, you can see over here. So in this way we can, so here some remember seeing longitudes always written in the must always in the north and south, longitudes and always must be east and west. So north for N for north, okay, north for N, south for S, east for E, and the west for W. That you have to all the latitudes in the New York states in the N and all NYS. So that's in this way we can get the result of these places. Okay, so practice more and more, try to search this, and next day we will again give some math regarding this chapter. Okay, and that time you can understand. Okay, that time you can understand what is the main, how can we recognize or how can you identify the exact position of the earth. Okay, so this much for today, all of you, goodbye and stay care. Stay home and be safe. Thank you.